I could have said no. I could have dug my heels in. I could have drawn a line in the sand and refused to move beyond it. If I had, I'd now be sitting in an office, dressed in a suit, a shirt, and a tie. In front of me, there'd be a manual typewriter and a landline telephone. My words would appear roughly once a month on paper in a magazine that had to be sent to readers through the post. And if those readers wanted to comment on my article, they'd have to write me a letter and wait for the postman to deliver it to my door. But I didn't dig my heels in. When I was offered a laptop computer, I seized upon it. When I had the chance to have an email address, I took it. I had a car phone and then a mobile phone. I've long since ditched the formal attire of an office worker, and I can now put my words in front of readers and viewers in an instant, often several times a day. Now, I don't consider myself a pioneer, but each time advances have offered me a chance to do my job more efficiently, more quickly, and more directly, I've seized that opportunity and run with it. Most recently, when fate forced me to ditch magazine publishing at the ripe old age of 55, live streaming gave me both a lifeline and a future. And at no point along my technological journey did I pick and choose. I didn't adopt email but decline the use of a mobile phone. I didn't buy a laptop but then eschew the joys of the internet. And yet, in the demolition construction industry, we take a rather more selective attitude to advances and developments. We're picky, finicky even. When hydraulics gave us an alternative to clunky mechanical systems, we grabbed them with both hands. Possibly because some of us harboured dreams of becoming fighter pilots, we were similarly eager to embrace drone surveys. Like me, the industry dropped typewriters for computers and we abandoned landlines for cellular connectivity. We dropped water cooler conversations for Zoom meetings, briefcases gave way to backpacks, suits were superseded by chinos and t shirts, and COVID 19 proved to be the final nail in the coffin for rigid in office presence and formality. So many changes, so many advances and developments in such a relatively short period of time. As an industry, we've repeatedly shown ourselves to be adaptable, eager to evolve, dynamic, forward thinking. And yet, there are advances that are seemingly considered a step too far, beyond the pale, unacceptable, even among our most future focused. Take, for example, the contentious matter of electric equipment. Our lives run on electricity. We're surrounded by electric and electronic systems day and night, at home and in the workplace. Many of us have electric cars, some have electric bikes, and yet the notion of electric construction equipment is anathema. Now, yes, the cost of electric equipment is significantly higher than that of a diesel fueled machine. There are concerns with charging times, battery life, and a whole host of other perfectly justifiable concerns. But rather than giving electric equipment the benefit of the doubt and accepting that all new technology comes with its teething problems, it's as if the industry decided collectively to simply throw obstacles in the way of the electric switch. And bizarrely, some of those who are most vexed about the adoption of electric equipment point to hydrogen as the rightful heir to diesel's crown, even though hydrogen remains equally unproven in the field. We haven't yet figured out how to get it to site, how to store it, how much it's likely to cost. And yet hydrogen is put forward as an industry saviour, while electric, apparently, is the Antichrist. We can scan a site from the air using an unmanned drone. We can take that data and punch it into a GPS system that can tell an operator where to dig down to millimetre accuracy. We use driver aids to ensure that the operator doesn't dig too deep nor reach too high. And all of that comes at an additional cost that must be factored into project calculations. And yet, onboard cameras, object detection systems, and collision avoidance devices are apparently prohibitively expensive and unnecessary. Our communication systems are digital, our planning systems are digital, our machines are digital. We've long since recognized the speed and accuracy that digitization provides. We've long enjoyed the searchability of digital data. We understand the benefits of having digital information that can be stored, interrogated, and consulted before, during, and after a project. And we're getting to grips with how digitisation allows us to identify and eradicate problems in design and construction long before they arise. And yet, risk assessments and method statements are written on paper. Site inductions are on bits of paper. Site plans are pinned to the wall of the site office in paper form. Accidents and near misses are recorded on scraps of paper. Digital devices like our smartphones and tablet computers can store gigabytes of information. And yet, even now, as an industry, we cling to ring binders filled with dog-eared sheets of paper that record the various activities on site. Isn't it weird that we can take a huge digital document that can be searched in nanoseconds and then print it out into a format that might take hours to read? Now, some of this selective adoption of technology likely comes down to cost. It's hard to justify spending twice as much on an electric mini excavator that needs an hour of R&R in the middle of a working shift. But there's more to it than that. Ours is an industry that is cautious. It's a sector that will happily surrender the first mover advantage for the security of a well-trodden path. Why be the first to charge into battle when you can hang back a bit until somebody else has penetrated the enemy's defences? What is strangest in all of this is that the demolition and construction industry often runs counter to the beliefs of those working within it. We arrive on site in hybrid vehicles that have been navigated by GPS and that are secured by advanced electronic anti-theft systems. That car has Bluetooth connectivity, ABS braking, electric windows, power steering, heated seats and air conditioning. And then we send men and women to work on machines in which all such luxuries have been deliberately omitted. It's like arriving on site in a top-of-the-range sports car and insisting that the workforce makes do with a horse and cart. And if you don't like it, you'd best break out your parchment and quill, because chances are no one is monitoring those newfangled emails.